Hello, welcome back to Conversations in the Community. I'm your host, Dania Parker-Smith with parkbench.com, South London, Wortley. I'm also a real estate agent here in London with Team Forster and New Vista Premier Realty. Today we have an exciting guest who is a very active part of our community, and he loves to plan and he loves to make other people's day so special. So Dan Knight owns Day to Night Events, and they plan weddings and events and parties, anniversaries. He also has a lot of other things that I'm going to let him share with you. He has been passionate about event planning since he was in high school, and just happened to watch that lovely movie that we all love, The Wedding Planner, which I think that inspired a lot of us. And so in 2015, he entered into the event planning business. So welcome, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. I'm really happy to speak with you today. So Dan, tell us a little bit about where you're from.
For sure. So I was born in England and then moved to Canada when I was 1 and have lived in London the rest of my life. So 30 years here in Canada, and it's been fantastic.
Perfect. So that you mentioned to me earlier before that most of your relatives are back there, right? Do you get back to see them?
So I've tried to go back at least once a year. Obviously not during this season, but definitely been back once a year, go to a concert or two, visit with some family. So yeah, everybody's there. So you got to go visit every once in a while.
Right. So tell us a little bit more about Day to Night Events.
Absolutely. So Day to Night Events just stemmed from me wanting to help people and my love and passion for events. And so it has modeled over the years. It has morphed and changed over the years. Now it's more of a small event and wedding business. So my job and my only rule for clients is your stress is mine and you never get it back. So in terms of weddings, it's day of planning, it's full planning, it's consultations. And in terms of events, it could be a birthday party, a surprise party, baby shower, that kind of thing as well.
I loved it. I was on your site and I was looking at, your packages that you have for event planning and wedding planning. And as a mom with a lot of girls and upcoming weddings and different things like that, I was very impressed with your price point. And I thought that was a great way that you handle things by doing a little bit more distant and helping right on day, and then being completely involved from start to finish.
Absolutely. And I think I want to be fair with the clients that I'm working with as well, but also want to make sure that I'm there to support you as much or as little as you need. And so that day of package is kind of the one that most people go with, because I can support you up to the day of, and then I'm there the day of, so you and your guests don't have to worry about a thing.
Trust me, that is so important. I mean, my one daughter got married and I was the go-to girl. It was tiring and exhausting. So for everybody involved, I think that makes the day so much smoother and you get to enjoy it and remember it, right?
Absolutely. And I think the third party, right? I'm not connected to the family, so it's great to just have somebody else there that can look after all the details for you.
Exactly. So our site is really geared towards like Old South and Wortley Village and into the Soho and downtown areas. Being an event planner, you are in all those different places. And what do you love most about those areas? And is there a favorite place that you have?
For sure. So I think in terms of Old South, I have a huge passion for Old South because that's where I went to school. I went to South, which is now Collegiate Institute, and did lots of events there and kind of started my business career there. I'm doing the annual homecoming events and that kind of thing. So it was great to really invest in that community that gave to me when I was in high school. In terms of downtown, I love downtown and the different areas that are down there, the businesses and the restaurants and that kind of thing. I just love London in general, but those communities for sure are one of my favorites for sure.
A place that you love to eat?
Fellini Collini's is definitely my favorite place to eat. I can go in there anytime and all the wait staff know what I want. So maybe I go a little too often, but it's so good.
That's great. I actually have not been able to make it there. They have another offshoot restaurant that I've been to. I can't remember the name of it, but
The Rent Club?
yes, the Runt
Yeah.
Club. Yeah, actually was there on my birthday this past fall when we were able to go to a restaurant and lovely food. I have friends who that is their favorite place to go. That's their go-to. So Dan, a business person always is looking forward. So what are your plans in the next year?
So for the next year, it's kind of coasting right now in terms of event and wedding planning, just seeing kind of what the COVID restrictions are. But the main goal is to keep clients calm. So I have a number of weddings on the books for this year. My main focus is to make sure that they're calm, feeling supported, and know that if they have to reschedule, that that's okay. They don't have to stress about anything because, like I said, the stress is mine and they're never getting it back.
Perfect. And so, Dan, we have a lot of people that pop up and want to be wedding planners and do different things. What sets you apart, besides the fact that you take all their stress and never give it back? What sets you apart from them?
So there's a couple things. I think, first of all, being a male in a more female dominated industry, I think
Mhm.
gives me a bit of a difference there. I think just my passion and support that I want to be close with my clients. I always tell people you kind of have to have a good working relationship. You don't want to go, oh my goodness, I have to work with that person again. So I really strive to be that friend that they can count on. It's not about making money for me, it's about helping the people. And that's why I got into the industry. When it becomes money focused, then it's time for me to leave that industry because that's not the way that I operate.
Yeah. That's really great. And I know one thing that I see about you because I followed you on Instagram for some time and you are an amazing networker. You like to get your fingers in with everybody. You do giveaways with people. You're consistently giving back to the community. And that is the type of business people that this community needs. So I think that we want to recognize you for that effort that you put into the community, giving back, regardless of what comes back to you. You just give
Mhm.
freely. And that's great.
Absolutely. And I think that was a dream of mine. Being in high school, I would see all these business people and they would sponsor this event or this event and be on committees. And I've always strived to be able to do that. So to be able to do my part in that, it just warms my heart. It's kind of like an addiction of supporting people. I just love it so much that I get asked a lot and I say yes a lot because I just love the feeling of supporting people.
I think we're a little bit of kindred spirits because I'm the same way. And that's exactly why I sponsor this park bench site, is so that I can literally connect with the people in the community and give back to them, and to really understand what that community is all about, because every community has a personality and every city has a personality. And I completely relate to what you're saying.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a great community to live in for sure.
For sure. For sure. Well, Dan, I thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. We are going to have all your contact information within the Park Bench site that people can connect with you. And we're going to have some photos, some different things about the events that you've done. And so anybody can connect with you. So once again, I'm Dania Parker-Smith from parkbench.com, South London, Wortley. I'm also a realtor here in London with New Vista Premier Realty. If you're looking to be featured on the Park Bench site, just go on there and click to be interviewed. Happy to connect anytime. And also, if you're looking for support with any sort of your real estate needs, please call me. I am happy to support you in the capacity that is needed. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.